Hi, this is Johnny and
Mark.
And welcome to the Pagosa Show. You can go to thepagosashow.com. We've got a lot happening, Mark. And
Oh my gosh. For a small town, we're just hopping.
For a small town. Well, we're going to talk about the arts that are happening here, the show that's created here in Pagosa Springs, and also we're going to find out a little bit about the Humane Society, right?
That's right. We have a special guest.
Yeah, and the Penguin Plunge.
For Winterfest, which is coming up. It's my favorite weekend of the year. Well, next to the other 52.
Oh, well, this is an absolutely fabulous packed show. So I'm going to let you start off, Mark, and tell us about the news. You were telling me some doll or something, or what's happening?
The doll? No, the dollar lease on Hot Springs Boulevard. Oh my gosh, controversy in the heart of the Rocky Mountains with this dollar lease project, and you know what I'm talking about out there. Should we?
I don't know what you're talking
it,
about. Yeah,
right,
like seriously.
There's a parcel of land that's owned by the county on Hot Springs Boulevard that was leased to some private individuals here in town that happened a little clandestinely, shall we say. So that's going to come out in a public hearing in a couple weeks. Huh?
Yeah, are we for it or are we against it?
Well, it just seems a little suspicious to me and a lot of other people, so I think it'll be interesting to watch what happens and how our local politicians deal with that.
So you're telling me that you're going to bait me, you're not going to let me know?
Well, you got to read the paper. It was front page, and I applaud the Sun for putting that front page front and center. That's excellent. And Hudson's got some great coverage, too, on the Pagosa Daily Post.
Okay, well, what else is happening in the news?
True Grit is playing at the Liberty Theater. I'm really excited because the Coen brothers are my two favorite directors, and of course the original is a classic. How can how can you top John Wayne, Glenn Campbell, and who's the bad guy? There's a trivia question. Who's the bad guy in the original True Grit? You know,
I don't know.
Somebody,
you guys can email us and ask us. And
it was Bruce Dern. Bruce Dern.
Well, you answered your own thing. We're going to do a little game here. So let me get this straight. Have you seen the movie?
No, the new one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. It's playing here. It opens tonight.
So you're going to tell everybody to go to it?
Yes, at the Liberty Theater. True Grit. I'm not sure what the show times are, but call 264 show and you can get that in.
Yeah, and those guys are so nice over there at the Liberty.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
They're so the Monaco family. And I'll tell you, every time I go in there, he's always so nice. And if not, the guys that are working there, the kids that are working there, the high school students.
Very courteous kids.
Absolutely.
Where do you see kids today that say please and thank you? I don't know. Well, you see them there. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, what else is happening in the news? You got a couple notes here.
Well, news-wise, why don't we go right into the what's happening in Pagosa? Which is really kind of why we did this.
Well, actually, a lot of the arts is happening in Pagosa. The Pagosa Performing Arts Center is like they're happening. I just drove by and I saw them working on the place.
Yeah,
which is fabulous.
They're doing something with the sign.
Yeah. There's a lot of arts that are happening. Joe Gilbert is starting this art co-op. He still hasn't. Yeah, he still hasn't come up with a name for it. But it's kind of funny because there's all these different art organizations and the art council and so forth. But the truth of the matter is, his is focusing more on a little bit of the outcasts, the ones that don't necessarily get to show all the time, the younger audience, and the
So
kids.
it's a gallery. Is he opening a gallery?
He's kind of trying to find a space to create like a creative space.
Okay.
Not necessarily like the Performing Arts Center, not necessarily like the Art Council. It's just kind of its own little thing.
Hey, how about right up next to the new place up there, that empty building? There's an empty building right up there.
How about the dollar lease?
The dollar, we could work a dollar lease for him, maybe. Yeah, that's great. See,
it all works out.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, that's happening. Then, of course, there's a lot of things that have, happened here in Pagosa Springs. One of the biggest ones is the Horseman's Apprentice.
Oh my gosh!
And they filmed the TV show here.
Yeah.
And there now is a DVD that you can get. And this features Pat Pirelli, the Horseman's Apprentice. And the great thing is it's all filmed in Pagosa Springs.
In Pagosa, I know. That's really fun.
And I don't think a lot of people know this, that there's so much that's going on in Pagosa Springs, and they're kind of like they go out and they see the springs, and they go out and they see Wolf Creek, but that's pretty happening.
Well, that's what we were talking about the local economy here. The way we need to grow the local economy is to get more people here. So that's really our challenge as a small town, is to how do we get people here? How do we make exciting for people to come here? I mean, there's plenty of houses to rent out to people. Accommodations are not a problem here, folks. Come to Pagosa Springs, ski and soak.
I think they're starting to come. All this stuff is happening here, all this art stuff, and these wonderful things. And not to mention, or I forgot to mention, actually. Not to mention.
Oh, please do mention. Please mention now.
There's this Pagosa Sounds concert that
Okay.
is produced by Paul Roberts, and it's really kind of turning into the Renaissance Fair of Pagosa.
Do tell.
But anyways, it's called Pagosa Sounds on February 4th. But right after that, I think you're part of something, and I'm part of something. It's called the Follies on February 19th.
February 19th.
Yeah,
we're bringing back the Follies to Winterfest here, so that's kind of fun. It'll be really well attended. Last year we had it in April. April's not a great time here. The ski area is closed. It's only turkey season here, so we only get turkey hunters here in April and May.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty good. Well, talking about, I think, a little bit of the animals, I've heard that we have a special guest here today.
Oh my gosh!
That's going to talk about someone. I'm not gonna blow it for her. So let's scoot over. Let's
All right.
help her up in our little tight little space.
Thank
Here you
you.
go. And you gotta cuddle up a little closer. You gotta get really close to us. Okay, here we go.
Oh, isn't this cozy?
So isn't this? Yeah. See, it's not like radio. Radio's so
Yeah.
It's so
so
impersonal.
Impersonal, right?
Well,
This is very
but I
personal.
do like trade radio, and I don't know if you guys listen to that. but-
Radio?
Yeah, there you go.
Trade radio.
Trade radio.
See, you
Try to
guys,
say that real fast.
yeah, you guys are a little
Radio.
bit. You say it a little bit better than I am. So, anyways, tell us about our guest first of all. How do you know?
Our guest today, whom I know from my other business here in Pagosa, which is at Main Street Antiques, is Joan Arnold, and she does the radio advertisements for the Humane Society, and she does a really great and funny job with them. So we invited her here to do a live ad for the Humane Society.
Thank you very much. All right. Hello, viewers. Are you managing to stay warm? Let me tell you about an event that will make you feel all toasty as you watch a very brave man, Paul Boyd of Wells Fargo Bank, leap into the freezing waters of the San Juan River to help raise donations for the Humane Society of Pagosa Springs. This crazy stunt is known as the Penguin Plunge and will take place February the 21st. Paul would like to beat last year's total of $425 to support the homeless cats and dogs of our community. You may help by dropping off donations at the Humane Society thrift store, the shelter, or mailing directly to the admin office. No, Paul is not nuts. He is just a dedicated animal lover and supporter. And while we're on the subject, if you would like a faithful companion and benefit from unconditional love, why not come over to the shelter and see what we have to offer, and you will have the undying gratitude of a pet who just would like a forever home. Cheers and paws to you.
Very good. Very good. That's the Polar Plunge for
Yes.
part of Winterfest weekend,
Yes.
right?
Well, I
I don't-
love it.
They're
I know,
either brave or
I know. I don't. Are
You're
you up for that,
crazy.
Johnny? I don't think I'm going to do it.
Want to look blue?
Yeah.
I think the thing is if my wife tells me to do it, then
Okay.
I'm going to be in that water.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Well, so don't talk to her. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather.
What's your phone number?
Yeah, exactly. 818-731-1000. See, now they all know it.
There you
I
go.
think we should
Yeah.
call her, don't you?
It's kind of like a toll-free number, though, but
Yeah.
you reverse the charges.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll take the charges.
Okay.
But that sounds so funny, and I think it's one of those things to just watch.
Right.
You
And they
know.
do have the paramedics standing by.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And
Obviously.
we have a great hospital here.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes, we do.
With a
everyone's
great restaurant, too.
Oh, well, and
Seriously.
it's funny. I kid around about it, but the food is there is really good, Debbie. And I'll tell you, I used to go there all the time for for lunch. But then I got so busy, I'm always going in and out of town. But let's talk about some good things I found on the webs, like the internet, the interweb, as you
The
call it.
interweb. I do call it the interweb.
So is this Polar Plunge? Is it on the internet? Or should I tell
You know,
everybody
I'm
about
not sure. I've seen the posters are around town,
Yeah.
and it's on the radio. Going through the chamber, it possibly is on the net.
Yeah.
don't you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Maybe Johnny, if you know anybody that's, I'm sorry, I called you Joni, but
That's all
is
right.
it true that Joni loves Chachi?
I'll never
I'm
tell.
not sure.
So we
With
don't
my husband sitting there, I'll never tell.
we don't know if it's on the internet, but what is on the internet is a super hip and cool and fun website that I found called Pagosa Pulse, and that's pagosapulse.com. It's an absolutely fabulous website. I'm not going to tell you all about it because you need to go to it and check it out, but I just joined, and I've been having fun like watching the comments, looking at the different things that are on there. And I also found a cool show that's called Pagosa Speaks.
There we go.
Oh.
We got a lot of great things happening in Pagosa. We got 20 seconds here to say hallelujah from Boulder Coffee Cafe. Again, our sponsors for today, and we're having a great time doing this. Come on down, and also visit us at Pagosa what is it, pagosashow.com.
That's it. Anyways, have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you soon.